Happy Easter, everybody. It's Gary's Good News Only here right before Easter. And we're going to jump right in with COVID because we got lots of great COVID news. Now, the reason I started COVID, Gary's Good News Only, and talked a lot about COVID was because of all the misinformation. And it's not the misinformation coming from social media. The misinformation comes from the CDC itself. They talk out of both sides of their mouth. And in fact, if they had four sides of their mouth, they'd talk out of five sides. I mean, it's utterly amazing how much they talk out of both sides of where they, your rear end and your head with these guys. Just last week, this Rochelle Walensky, the head of CDC, was almost in tears about how even after vaccination, you needed to, still practice all this safety and that you were still going to die and all this stuff. And it's like, well, why the hell are we getting the vaccines if this is what you're going to tell us? Well, she just came out this week and said, our data from the CDC today suggests that vaccinated people don't carry the virus. Well, amen. That's what we've been talking about all along. You get the vaccine, you're good. You shouldn't have to wear masks. You shouldn't have to social distance. Once you're vaccinated, you're good to go because you don't carry the virus, period. You don't die from it. You don't get hospitalized. Even Marty McCary, the doctor from Johns Hopkins, said, show him one person who's been hospitalized or died after the vaccine, because he hasn't seen a single person. He said it's 100% effective at that. We also know that since they've been given the vaccines here, that COVID hospitalizations are down 70% nationally. 70% nationally. That's absurd. We should be screaming from the rafters about this great news, but you're not hearing this. CDC also said 80% of hospitalized people with COVID were overweight or obese. So we're even now drilling down and finding out 65 and older were at risk. People who are overweight and obese are most at risk. And that's the people that should be getting the vaccine mostly. And those are the people we should be trying to protect. But we won't go out and tell people not to smoke, not to use Juuls, and to lose weight. These are the factors that are most important. We also found out from an analysis of 43 vitamin D observational studies that points to its effectiveness against COVID-19. Since COVID came out back in March or April, I've been taking vitamin D like crazy, and I've never gotten COVID. And we're doing closings every day. We're around people. We're practicing social distancing, but still, I haven't gotten the virus. And now I'm fully vaccinated. So I feel like I'm right where we need to be. Vaccinated and taking vitamin D. I think that's what you need to do. Another study also showed that relatively young people who have received the vaccine, there's a 90% chance that you won't even get a mild infection. At first, they were telling us it was just that you wouldn't be hospitalized or die. Now they're saying you probably won't even get a mild infection. And remember, mild infections are, in most cases, not even transmittable to other people. Now, in South Carolina, we have opened up vaccines for everybody 16 and over, which is fantastic news. We've had 2.12 million shots given, 1.387 million dosage, which is 27% of our state has already received at least one shot, with 763,000 are fully vaccinated at 14.81%. Nationally, they've given 148 million shots to 96 million people. 54 million people are fully vaccinated. 30% of our country have already received at least one shot. And as far as 65 and over in the United States, 71% have at least gotten one shot, with 46% are fully vaccinated. In South Carolina, we rank 18th with 72% of our 65 and year olders have received at least one shot. Now, here's why you shouldn't listen to their predictions. This is from Vinay Prasad. The January 26 New York Times article predicted that if Texas and all these states lifted their restrictions in February, we would have between 1 million and 1.5 million cases a day. Well, we're down like 250,000 cases. In fact, since this, Montana, North Dakota, Mississippi, and Iowa, they have removed all their restrictions, including their mask mandates, and not a single one has seen any increase in the COVID cases. In fact, cases are down to some of the lowest numbers we've seen. In fact, what we've seen in Texas, CNN said that new hospitalization numbers would be out, and that Texas, this is what it looks like 25 days after Texas released or did their mask mandate got away with it. CNN said, it was head scratching and anti-science. Well, it's interesting. We're down 41% since that happened. So, again, quit listening to these dire predictions from these talking heads on the news. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Go look at the science, go look at the information that comes out. And once you weed through it, you'll realize getting vaccinated and taking vitamin D, very safe ways to get through this. So I feel like we're getting close to getting to the end of this, and I hope everybody will continue to push forward. So hope everybody has a happy Easter. We'll be off next week. So no Gary's Good News Only, but we'll be back the following week. And I hope everybody has a safe and happy Easter. Y'all take care.